EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with their opponents. Here's the kicker, Aldrich Rosas, ready to get us going. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught 11 on the field. Those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside, but let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1. You think, man, fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Mayfield off the play fake. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going. Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd and 7. From the gun, Mayfield. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
the 13 now. They work on 1st and 10. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Mayfield. Quick slant here to Woods. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the 4th quarter. But here, it's happening early, a definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy portion of this 1st quarter already. And now after that completion, they're set up 1st and goal.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Three tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's home from the line and into the end zone for a Patriots score. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year, number 8 overall. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. An extra point by Nagar is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Kick it away after the touchdown. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Play action. Now it's Carr. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Carr. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the 1st quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Carr to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That'd be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line ready to go. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room and pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing, Mayfield. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. On the return, Carter. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Carr. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Matt Judon. Credit him with his sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. They bring their punter out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try to hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Mayfield to throw it. Over the middle to Smith. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They go play action. Mayfield. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Mayfield on play action. Then he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On third down, Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going the other way. 30, the 20, 10, 5. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Aftershocks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, That's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Now left side on the swing pass. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. And here's motion again, and that's going to be 2 in a row. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Here's Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Amari Hooker. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He didn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes the score 14-7.
14, Patriots 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Mayfield's throw pulled in by Woods. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Mayfield now. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. On 2nd and very short, Mayfield. And this goes out wide for Drake. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Mayfield now from the 50. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Swings this out for Hunt. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Mayfield with it once more. He's got Smith here. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. A first down throw for Mayfield. That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Up, up.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. Second down and goal. Mayfield. He will find his tight end Smith for a Patriot touchdown. Jonnu Smith as the first half is winding down. And the Patriots have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. As they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Carr. He's going deep for Brown. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
First down, Aftershock.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gunn and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the... ...17.
Their own 17-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Ooh, I like it.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Aftershocks are able to extend their lead. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Aftershocks 24. Patriots 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Mayfield looks to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember we were kidding.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
Yeah, they should have known.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still had the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 8. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. He's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this one too low. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Aftershocks are able to widen their advantage. Seibert on for the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Aftershocks 31, Patriots 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss, because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled him a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They run with Hunt. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Mayfield. Flushed out right. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Check. Lucky. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Slam.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Let him know, let him know. What's up? Switch. Hey, one set.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Rolling to his right. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Baker Mayfield. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Pats have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
An extra point by Nagar is up and good, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keeper. And intercepted! Maybe the turning point they need. Greedy Williams picks it off. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 36-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. This is Smith with a grab. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
The end result was brute force on brute force, but think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw complete there to Smith. And the Patriots are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. Hunt. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. From the gun, Mayfield. He will find his tight end Smith for a Patriot touchdown. Jonnu Smith, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Patriots have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Off the play fake, he'll look to... The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Spinning past him, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He completes it to Henry. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
So 2nd and 10 at the Patriots 46.
So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Well, this is Callaway on the receiving end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This will be play number 7 on the drive, 3rd and a yard. He'll drop to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Now, there was a time when I would have been upset at teams throwing the ball with a big lead late, but I've evolved a little bit. I've come around. Ultimately, they're looking for first downs, and if they think the air is the best place to do it, then so be it. In addition, you probably got a quarterback gets a nice bonus if he keeps completing passes. So they want to keep throwing the football? Fine by me.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
38, Patriots 28.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there. So
now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Baker. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kevin Byard, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for our visitors, they get a critical 10th win on the year with